in Asia.
They've been looking stronger year on year. They came in last year after not qualifying for a while, looked really strong, had some good upset results, but this year they look even stronger. And well, this is going to be the ultimate test against Germany, who last week absolutely destroyed. They took no prisoners, and I imagine they will not be letting this one slip because they know what the Philippines are capable of. Yeah, anytime Germany loses at this stage, it's really just call the papers. It's a huge deal. I think the Philippines are well-rounded enough to give Germany a problem on the majority of this pool. I think Germany do have their strengths when it comes to this matchup, but the Philippines can be quite competitive, I think, on a lot of this, especially because the maps aren't getting too crazy yet. A couple of them are, but it's
right,
manageable.
I'm here for real now.
He's here. The real laser is here.
We had some issues. I think you were talking to yourself for the last 3 minutes.
Oh, apparently I've been talking to myself. Okay, hello. Hello, Azer. For real. He's been here, honest. I'm not going mad. Hello, Azer. I hope. He's still here. Either way.
I'm still here.
Okay.
So a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. We have so many matches. Our staff is stretched a little thin. But yeah, I was saying, I mean, this match is going to be very exciting. I mean, honestly, Philippines kind of on the come up recently. So looking to see, I think, what they can do against such a banger team as Germany.
So what are these bands gonna be?
There we go. So Hard Rock 2 banned out from the Philippines. I mean, it's a bit of a weird map, I think. Germany would notably have a lot of players that are good at that. Free Mod 1, on the other hand, one of the more aimier picks of the pool. Haven't seen a lot of high scores on that one, but it looks like it's going to be the first pick. Low AR hidden. Taiko time. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, it's Taiko time already? I wasn't ready. Some low AR hidden then to start this one off. I think this is a decent choice into Germany, and I think Philippines have the players to cause some problems on the reading maps. With this being the only true low AR map, it's important they make this count if this is the way they're going to go in this best of 9. The last one was more about the aim, right? More about the aim, linear aim. This one's got a lot more of a reading element to it on the low AR, right?
Yeah, it's quite different. It's pretty interesting actually, because based on like the player feedback on this pool, a lot of people, some people are saying, "Wait, this is way easier than the round of 32 one," and then some other people are like, "No, this is so much harder." The maps just represent very, very different skill sets, so it's pretty interesting to see how that's going to change. I'm not sure if either of these teams got to play it last week, or like not this map, but the low AR hidden map on last week. But this one's going to be a little bit different. It's got a lot more finger control. I'm pretty, I don't know. I think Germany does have a pretty scary roster on this one, but I'm not sure if it's really much of a complete roster. I guess we're probably seeing White Cat come in for this one. Yep. I mean, Okinamo, Kriller, White Cat, pretty scary. Not sure if we've seen much of Shark on low AR. Maybe this is the first time.
I think he's usually one of the fills when it comes to the low AR hidden. You do tend to see Shark on a lot of different things, but he does tend to come in a lot for the hidden picks. He's a good all-around hand to have on this sort of thing. I think no doubt you're going to be looking at players like Krilla and Okinamo.
As always.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, as you mentioned it, yeah, I don't think it's a full terrifying 4. It's a very, very good 4, no doubt. Of course it is, but
I think if
Philippines could do something.
If there's a team if there's a map I could give an advantage for Philippines, it's definitely this one. I mean, Enri, Ramu, and Zonluis on this type of map, I think, are going to do extremely well.
And here we go. Winners bracket matchup, of course. Quite a short one, this. It's only 2 minutes. So with it being the first map, the last thing you want is to have to adjust for the first 15-20 seconds.
You get a small taste of what the map is going to be like. It's just a lot of doubles, a lot of finger control. Early on, an accuracy lead for Germany, but Kriller going to find the first break. Not the player that you'd expect, but we'll take it.
Yeah, that's odd, but hey, early doors. Ooh, double miss from Philippines. Advantage Germany. Armor there, 2 FCs to 2. Very even, still slightly with Germany.
Ooh. I was going to say Shark was looking a little shaky on the aim there. Accuracy a lot lower as well. Going to drop one more FC for Germany. So now it's just White Cat against Enri and Ramu. White Cat as good as he's holding right now. Probably on like 200s. Never mind, just got 2 more. But, I mean, they've still got a little bit of a lead despite the combo advantage. Actually, it's kind of evened out a little bit. Kriller's recovered fairly well. But it is slowly creeping over towards the Philippine side.
He's tricky, though. His accuracy rock solid. And Ram there. It's not going to be enough now, though, really. The players that need to hold for Germany are holding.
Oh, Ram with the end as well.
The last circle stream there costing Ramu, but Germany hold on just about. Kriller with the 100 reverse choke.
Oh, man. That one hurts.
That is pretty rough for Kriller, but he held where it mattered, and they are going to take the first point, the first break point. I do like the thinking from Philippines on that one. Enri with a great FC, but just a little bit too short on that one. Zone Louise struggling quite a bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't a bad pick. Again, you're against Germany. It's kind of hard to find avenues to get advantages against this team. So it's very respectable. We'll have to see what Germany comes up with for their next pick. It's going to be their first pick. This is a team that's... I mean, obviously, if you've been watching OWC, you're probably so familiar with how well-rounded they are. I think they tend to prefer speed, usually, and they are going to go for the speed pick and free mods. I'm kind of surprised they're not opening with DT, but maybe that's like maybe this is the new Germany, you know? They don't have old man Dust Ice anymore, so maybe they're not prioritizing DT nearly as much.
It's time to branch out a little bit for Germany. Go into the speed picking no mod, or speed picking free mod instead. That's where it's home, isn't it? I'm sure if Just Ice was here, he'd definitely be in for this one. But Germany really don't need him with the roster they have, because they are scary on anything with speed. And they have the mod players to make this work too.
We've been talking about this every time it's come up, but I mean, with Hard Rock, this map is really mean. Highest star rating map by a landslide. It really, at least whenever I watch this map, I'm really looking at the two people that have to play Hard Rock on this. I think it ends up being pretty deterministic. If you have a Hard Rock player that's able to play this, you just get so much free score because chances are the other one isn't able to play it.
comes to the free mod picks that can really make the higher skill cap teams sing. This one really does. Who's taking the mods for Germany? I feel like it could be multiple people. I see Rising coming in for this, for the speed, naturally. He's taking the Hard Rock, so he's coming in to take that mod. Keeping White Cat White Cat on the no mod, that's pretty common. They like to keep him on that to get the combo.
I like that both teams have these hidden pref players right there. I mean, honestly, I would say hidden kind of makes this map easier if you're a hidden player. It's so dense otherwise with all this, like the short slider patterns and stuff like that. So if you're able to play comfortably, why not? Just take the bonus points. The bonus points for both teams. 2 hiddens on each side. And as we get into this, I think the start is going to be pretty comfortable as an introduction to how this map is like. But the longer this map goes on, the scarier it gets. Let's word it like that. Ooh, that's not good.
Good double break there from Germany. Traded by Ramu, but it is still with Philippines in the early stage here. 3 FCs to 2. Fairly lengthy map this. So it's only early days. You mentioned it gets scarier later.
Yeah, despite those breaks, still holding on to the lead just from accuracy.
Ooh, Nathan Ram there. Finding that break. The FCs are equalised again. It's with Germany. Zone Louise, formerly known as Brony PH, they're renamed there to their original name. Finding the break on the Hard Rock.
I mean, you can see how devastating this map is on Hard Rock. Basically, the only people missing are the ones playing Hard Rock. Tends to be a little bit common, but on the first break now, a little bit under halfway in. Germany with a pretty sizable cushion to play with here. Definitely have a solid combo advantage. Still have their 2 FCs, and they're going to keep racking up that score lead. But the map really starts now.
Combos are on players that have such a crazy skill cap. An FC at the ending is realistic for these FCs. All 3 of them. We'll see how long that lasts though.
I think there's a slow slider around here.
Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, there is. We saw 6 breaks on it earlier. Germany slightly. They are really running away with it now thanks to those recoveries. Krilla, another reverse choke possibly, but the ending is coming up and that can change everything on this. Good combos on the Philippines, but they do need something big from Germany to pull this one back, you feel?
Yeah, at this point I think it's kind of just too late. They're just not really moving, and by now it's basically at the end of the map, and there's not a lot of space to build any combo whatsoever at the ending here, if you're even able to hold it at all. There it is. 3.
No FC from White Cat as well, breaking on the slider afterwards.
Man, this ending is so rough.
It's so nasty. Krilla and Enry making it look like a joke though. They're so good. Enry with that hidden FC. The preference mod coming into the power there. And one of their key players is going to need to perform in this one. So far so good, but still, Germany, great team performance.
Yeah, again, Okinamo and White Cat. Just looking at the accuracy difference between them and everyone else, honestly. Just looks so much more comfortable on this. Going to go back to the Philippines for their pick now.
And where to next? The option to go into some of the reading side of the pool in the hidden pick. It was close. Didn't quite work out though. But you still have the free mod 3, but you feel like that one is a dicey one in a matchup like this. Even one of the easier maps. But it does have that AR9. And has some of those control patterns.
Nomad 2.
Are they picking streams into Germany?
Okay. Now that's a little spicy.
Yeah, that's a little brave. That's brave. I mean, they are capable. They have a good stream roster. They did really well on the one last week on your map, Aza. Really good accuracies across the board. So they are a capable stream team. This one isn't too different in terms of its feel. Very much focused on those accelerating and decelerating streams.
I think this map has a lot of snappy patterns, I guess, that a lot of people tend to miss on.
Yeah, a few of those. We have seen some good teams struggle with consistency on this.
Definitely looking at Henry and K15 on the side of Philippines. I think they've been doing really well on No Mod 2. I think K15 actually had one of the highest scores on the No Mod 2 qualifiers.
Oh yeah, he did, yeah. Seems though they swip and swap a lot of players for these stream maps, so they have depth of really good stream players, Philippines. The fact that you can see players swapping out and they're still consistently good on the ACK. It's handy to have. It's handy to have. Germany, you feel, are in the same boat though. But I think their roster is much more rock solid. Although that said, we are seeing Forsen come in here. Forsen for Krilla.
Yeah, I think that's always interesting when you have a very varied roster. You have like additional players that are able to play the same slots, because whenever there's slight changes to the maps or whatever, you know, maybe some of your No Mod 2 players are more stamina focused and some other ones maybe are more aim focused. So depending on what's actually being played that week, you know, you can fit in different people. So I think it can have a great advantage, because normally if you only have like 4 people that are able to play that, you're going to run into a map pool that has one of your players not comfortable and still having to play it, right? So it's always a good advantage to have more than you need.
Right. I think if there's a matchup to give us a masterclass on how to play this map, it's going to be a matchup like this with these two teams. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, the door is kind of wide open for them. I think a couple of times this map was played, the scores weren't really high. So I don't think we've had a master class yet. So we'll have to see if we can see one right now.
Good to see no one finding early breaks. But here's where the map gets into its real flow. Here we go.
I feel like this map doesn't really have specific patterns that you're gonna miss on. It's kind of just, it can be anywhere in these patterns. As we see 3 breaks on the end of that guy. It's gonna favor Germany though, still holding on to 3 of their full combos.
2 to 3, a bit of time to rack up that multiplier, but next part kicks in right about now. FC's traded 2 FCs to 1. Ooh, white cat breaks. And it is 1 FC to 1 now. It's Smarty and Nathan Ram. Philippines recovering quite nicely. They're in a good spot so far with this next slow part coming up.
Definitely have a combo advantage too, as Henry and K15 managed to recover pretty well. They're all the way back up now to the 400s. I think they're slowly going to take this back.
Ooh, Smarty! No FCs left on Germany. And the break. Okay then. Philippines here with a huge opportunity. This map still has plenty more to go though.
I would say it's all on Nathan, but right now the supporting combos are still there. Unless there's like a... Yeah. So Nathan does break. There's no FCs remaining. The combo advantage is still somehow on the side of Philippines. It's close.
Really close. Forcing another break. 2 big combos break on Germany. It's really with Philippines here. Plenty more of this ending to go. Those 2 big combos on Philippines have to hold. They are looking good. Final streams. K15 breaks. Henry holds on. 1K combo. And that's going to seal it. And Philippines going in for that No Mod 2 gambit, and it's working out really well.
Oh, that's gotta feel good. Not many people can take a point off of Germany, but Philippines do it. Henry, I think. Wow, Henry with 1300s and a single slider break.
That's rough.
More than enough on this map, though. Very, very good performance. Honestly, from all 4 players, they did a fantastic job on that one. Well-researched pick as well. Seems like Germany just didn't really seem that comfortable on this one. Like I said, this is a little bit one of the weirder No Mod 2s, I think. It's got a lot more aim focused, I would say. So Philippines, I think, aware of that, and they see they have an advantage, and props to them for taking a point. Now it's back to Germany.
It's up to them to try and get the momentum back. It was really close. It was really close. White Cat with a nice recovery as well, but...
Is it more speed?
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, Hazer. I mean, you really can't go wrong with Germany and speed. They got the roster that's going to be so comfortable on it. And I think Philippines are kind of forced to play a 4 to fill on a lot of the speed picks, which is really their issue in this matchup when it comes to that. Germany are going to have no problems finding a 4. But it's up to them whether they want to go in that direction.
Most of the speed maps as well, like DD2 and 3, I think are relatively easy in this pool for the caliber of players that are like playing in this round. Most teams have not had any problems. We've already seen 4-ways on both maps, I believe. So, I mean, if there's a team that's going to play that, it's definitely going to be Germany, but I don't know. Maybe they have something else in mind. They do, actually, so this is pretty interesting. I don't think I would expect Germany to pick this map, so...
No.
They're picking probably the least mechanical map in the pool. In my opinion, the easiest map in the pool. Just has a few bursts and a little bit of finger control. This is deliberately here as an easier map in the pool. And when we showcased this, I was like, oh, this is for the disadvantaged teams, like the lower teams, to play an easier map so that they can maybe play a point. Well, Germany's picking this now.
I mean, I guess... I'm actually not entirely sure, because I feel like I was talking about this as a pick possibly for the Philippines. Especially to give, some of their reading players, just chuck them on hidden and have them have no problems. I thought it equalised things a little bit. Are you wondering about overmods on this? I don't think they're going to go in and try and overmod this and then hope for like a mod win in a high FC count situation. I feel like that isn't going to happen here. But I feel like this could just close the gap a little bit between them,
I think it's a pretty tough decision on this because, honestly, if you're playing this no mod, it's really free. There's not much to miss on, so consciously taking another mod on top of that adds some real risk of having a miss, like even on hidden for these hidden players, some of the stream like shapes and direction changes are not super typical. And on Hard Rock, I mean, it just makes the map hard now. Like, there are real places where you can miss aim-wise, whereas with a bigger CS on Nomad, those places are just not there. So, I'm not sure. It's a hard decision to make for players, whether they want like a guaranteed FC or they want to risk the extra points, right? So, but more so on this map than most other free mod maps, I think so. We'll see. And there's only one extra hidden.
It's more preference modding. Ramu and Enri, of course. Xylos taking that hard rock. Putting Shark on the no mod, not sticking him on the hidden. But Triller is a rock solid player when it comes to tournament hidden, so best to be safe, I guess, and just let Shark get that no mod combo.
I think you're probably looking at Kriller to top score this map.
I think that's a good shout too. That's a good shout too. Ramu with the very early miss. Lengthy map though, plenty of time to go. Low BPM streams, some control, doubles and quads, some 1/6s later on. That you want to make sure you don't misread, especially on the AR9 hidden. And the ACK can be a thing on the hard rock too.
We're going to start seeing a couple of the harder bursts of the map here. I don't think people are really struggling on these. They're not super high BPM, but they're quite frequent.
So far in the consistency war, Germany are winning. Just a one miss, the early one from Ramu. Accuracy is looking not too great on some of the Filipino players. But Xylos on that hard rock, I suppose it's to be expected because of the style of map and the high OD. Combo is what's important. Philippines have a bit more mod advantage combo, of course. Gotta mention that with those two hiddens.
Yeah, but the accuracy drop kind of makes it not super worth it. Ramu being 2% behind almost. It's creating, I mean, he missed at the very beginning, so that's mostly the score difference, but there is a pretty significant accuracy difference between both teams when you're looking at this. Still no other breaks though.
Everyone looking pretty good. Xylos struggling more and more on the ACK, but he hasn't missed. Solo coming off here. Do nerves play a factor now?
Yeah, I think if you're seeing any drops on this map, it's probably going to be on this section, and we do.
Oh, they traded. One on each side. Oh, there goes Ramu though on some of the 1/6s. Advantage Germany here now. Oh, Kriller.
Okay. I mean, they're still kind of even. Oh, that's big.
No what? It's with Philippines, 2 FCs.
Oh, they can do this. They have enough time to take it back off the back of Henry and Nathan, who are still very comfortably holding, but they've got to keep going.
Final chorus and the outro to go. Plenty of time to pull it back. Just Smarty on the hard rock. Left for Germany.
They've got to hold here. They're gonna about to take the lead back. It's just a tiny section at the end. Or I think they got it. I think they're doing this. Yeah.
They have. Only just. It's a really close one, but that's a break point. Germany trying to play into the staring contest hasn't worked. Philippines with the 2 FCs. Henry again. Great match so far here for Henry. And so far so good here for the Philippines.
I think this is just one of those types of maps where, I mean, it's expected to be easier. You're going to see some higher combos on this. I'm kind of doubting Germany's decision to pick this. I don't think they could have played to their strengths. I think they probably have the better mechanical team here on paper. This is not really a mechanical pick. I think they should be picking elsewhere. And Philippines is there to capitalize on that, so good on them. Henry really showing up as well. I mean, Henry's been kind of making a name for themselves lately in tournaments, so it's good to see them do this in OWC as well.
Yeah, I feel like Germany really, they should have stuck to their guns, but plenty of time in this. And I imagine that's where they're going to be thinking next, right? But that's then. So now Philippines have the next pick. So far, a bit of a mixture of picks from them. I'm not gonna lie, looking at the pool, I'm kind of struggling to see where they go. They could try some more control, but I feel like picking Nomad 3 is a dodgy prospect when Germany have the roster they have on control. Something like Nomad 4 might not be a bad choice.
I was honestly thinking Fremont 3 was a map that Philippines wanted to pick anyway, so
Yeah.
they have kind of all the like weird gimmick rhythm kind of map, you know, like what's really left in that? There's nothing left really. You gotta start exploring another type of skill set here. There's not much that's left. They're gonna go for Radiate.
A banger buff time. Into Shikari. Well, I guess picking both hiddens. Picking hidden into Germany is historically a good choice. I don't know if it really is now. Although, I think the Philippines, with their hidden preference players, are going to be pretty fine with this.
Yeah, I mean, Henry and Nathan have been playing extremely well on the Hidden Moms ramp. It's also not too bad. So it's a good thing to play into. We also just saw, I think, Kriller just not do so well on that last one on the Hidden, so I think it's a pretty good pick for them. I mean, this map is quite different. Obviously, it's a lot more aim-focused, and it's also extremely long, by the way. This is like a 4.5-minute map. So you're in for a long one. So far, I think that's been working out in Philippines' favor.
Yeah, consistency-wise, some of their players have been looking really good. You know, keeping cool, keeping calm. And you kind of need it for this, with it being a very control-based jump map with its anti-aim and awkward angles, and with it being so long. We've seen some teams, you know, struggle in terms of getting high combos on this. Yeah, I've seen some good individual scores though. I think Philippines, you know, the way Envy's been playing on Hidden, I do expect another really good score from him. Yeah, Germany might be a little bit rocked, maybe. You gotta make sure they don't let their heads drop.
I don't know. I'd actually be careful for Philippines here. Don't. I think it's good not to get your hopes up too much. We see this quite often where the top teams come in and they're like, yeah, it's no problem. They start losing and they're like, oh, all right, we gotta fasten our seatbelts, guys. Let's start playing now. And then it's not close anymore. We've seen this so many times, right? So I don't know if that's what's happening here. I mean, the Philippines is playing extremely well, which is nice. But I think it's also fair to say that Germany's not playing at their best.
Yeah, there has been some consistency issues so far for Germany, and you'd expect them to pull that together if they haven't already. Knowing Germany, they're very well drilled going into matches, very well practiced, so it's a bit of a surprise. I can imagine they will start pulling things together if issues continue, though. I do expect them to continue to perform better as each of these go on.
As we get into this map, it starts immediately. Right away.
There's already a break on Zone Louise, so... And another one for Philippines, so two very early breaks.
Worth noting for this map, there's a pretty lengthy break section in the middle where you get around 200 to 300 combo for just completely free. That's not challenging whatsoever. So if you're able to keep your combo for the first section until then, you can kind of get to carry that a little bit further. So it's really important for these players to keep their combo early on this. Oh!
It's advantage Philippines here. 2 FCs and a nice recovery. Good jumps though. Ooh, sharp with the break there. 1 FC to 2 and a recovery.
Okay.
Philippines way ahead right now. That slow ball's coming up soon.
I've been talking up Henry a lot, but I mean right now it's all about the rest of the people on the team. It's pretty good to see it, and yeah, they get to carry this combo here with a 100k point lead, so they get an extra like 200 to 300 combo on top of that, basically for free in this section, and then it starts picking back up again, but it's looking promising.
Just White Cat left for Germany. The ending is a bit harder than the first half, and it does go on for a while. Nothing's decided just yet. The Philippines have a lot of insurance. They can afford to have a couple players drop.
The misses on Germany's side were early enough that they can pretty easily recover and FC the rest, and you'd still have a pretty sizable score from that, so
Right.
still have to be quite careful. Oh,
Ramu. And the build-up.
oh, that's unfortunate.
There we go. I think it's very slightly advantaged Germany. They need a bit more. They have it now. Henry with another break. 200k of advantage. Nathan Ram with the break there. Germany going to reel this in now.
And that's exactly what there was to be careful for. I mean, they have the combo advantage now. They were looking not so good at the beginning, but you know, a couple minutes later, they have fully recovered. And there's essentially just no difference from that miss that we just saw. That's on the later part of the map, and they're pulling it back.
And Krilla Okinawa, White Cat rock solid through that section. And there's the flip. Zone Louis still going. That's really all the Philippines have right now.
The ending of this map kind of shifts a lot into a completely slider aim pick right now, so we'll see if they can all adjust well enough. Germany, it's not quite over yet. They do have a lead. It's growing, but it's definitely within tackling distance. White Cat breaks the FC, but so does Zone Louis.
And that is going to be the show. It's a comeback win there for Germany.
They trade on this. They traded on the same slider.
Oh, shock.
It's okay. No one saw that.
Okay, that didn't happen. It's fine. Krilla and Okinawa, though, holding all the way through that ending. And very nicely done. Very nicely done there from Germany. Taking the break point right back. Super duper close, though. Looking scary there for Germany, but they're going to save it.
It's honestly really nice to see, despite Philippines barely losing this one, that on all of these picks, they can still fight. These are all really close. It's just not something that you'd really expect. Like, Philippines before this year was just not a team that could match Germany, and now they can.
You know, one of the most improved teams in the last couple of years, no doubt. They're just pumping out crazy tournament players, crazy players for most skill sets, and they are fighting well here, but at the moment, Germany with the pick handed right back. They are still in the driving seat, all things considered. And, well, you know, is this the time to not mess around and just get back into that speed? Try and re-establish some authority here?
Yeah, all the DT has been avoided. Okay, we're still avoiding DT. I don't know if Germany's just showing a lot of respect for the Philippines, or maybe they're just shifting their priorities this year, but they're going to go for Nomad 3, a very different type of Nomad 3 that you'd usually see in the early rounds. Very snappy, I would say. Not really snappy. I don't even know how to describe this type of aim. It's quite different. It doesn't flow as smoothly as picks usually do.
The overlaps in this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The overlaps, pretty hard to read, like, genuinely. Especially for some of the hidden main players, like the hidden pref players, if they have to play this on Nomad, it's not too uncommon for them to actually misread on this. The overlaps are pretty rough, so.
I'll tell you what, though. Sure, it's not speed stuff, and yeah, I can imagine Germany must be spooked about the Philippines here. Germany's Nomad 3 roster is terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Krilla has been doing just disgusting things on these alt maps and tournaments all year. And the rest of the team has just been rock solid on this sort of thing. They have a mean Nomad 3, Nomad 4 roster. And this map does bring out some of the higher end teams. I think you mentioned it with it having so many different elements to it, other than just the alt style. It does benefit players who are very, very proficient, and Germany have those.
I think we're maybe some foreshadowing into what I was talking about with the overlaps. I can't read from Zone Louise.
Reverse psychology, man. Just luring him into a false sense of security.
This map is quite genuinely hard to read.
It is. It is. Even though the AI was high.
I'm not projecting at all here. You know, just for the record.
Well, it was a very early break from Zone Louise, so perhaps it wasn't a bluff. It is early doors. This map opens up very quickly.
I feel pretty confident about Germany's chances on this map. It's one of those maps, I think, where they will just chew up. I don't know. Philippines has been fighting back on just about everything in this pool, so.
It's very tight early on, getting into the first Ki now. See how long it lasts, but Philippines looking good so far, but Germany, well, 4 FCs. What else does there need to be said? Man, we really are going to be looking at only one early break at the halfway point.
There we go. There's something happening.
It's kind of insane. That's kind of insane.
I mean, regardless of these Philippines misses, Germany also has, you know, a respectable accuracy lead already. Almost like a full % higher on average if you just look at their players at a glance. And I don't think these breaks, I mean, so far, would have mattered much for Philippines. We do see another one, so they're down to just Henry, and Germany is just not okay.
Well, there's two. It's still looking real good though. But Zone Louise has recovered nicely. The bluff is working.
They still have a very sizable advantage here. 300k is a lot of points to take over, especially when you're just dead even with them right now. Like, even if I think Kriller and White Cat miss, it's quite a big score difference to take back. And there's not that much time left in order to do that, so. Okay, there's one.
Not the player I expected, break.
Surely. Okay.
No one breaks that. Wow. Oh, Zone Louise with the break, and that's not good for the Philippines. White Cat's still going.
There's a flicker of hope for a second.
It would have made it really close. It might have been just short, but nevertheless. It was another competitive one, but Germany will bank their own pick. Nice 3 million. Nice FCs from White Cat and Henry.
Yeah, these are all still so close. It's honestly kind of mind-blowing. I mean, Germany, I think, is giving a lot of chances for Philippines to take back these maps, and they're so close to doing it. You feel like it could happen. Sometimes it is, other times it's not. This time it did not. Germany going to be taking a 2-point lead here. And they're staring at match point. The Philippines is staring at their last pick.
Yeah, the last map to try and make something happen here.
Well, they're out of free mods, they're out of hiddens. Don't think they're going to pick no mod 4 against Germany. So what now? Honestly, the choices are not great for Philippines. I don't really give them the advantage on any single one of these maps. Maybe Hidden 1? Sorry, not Hidden 1. Maybe No Mod 1? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, No Mod 1 into Germany doesn't quite sound right to me. They have a mean No Mod 1 roster. But the map has some little weirdness and little bits here and there that can make you choke.
Yeah.
It could be quite, it could be one they could try and like win that sort of 50-50, I guess. I still think No Mod 4 is not a bad choice for them. Similar sort of boat though, it's a case of it could go either way, but that's really the best they have, I think. It's really the best they have. But yeah, one of the No Mods, I think, I'd be with you on that.
And we're wrong. I mean, this is okay as a pick. This is one of the easier maps in the pool, I think, for most players. Several teams have been able to field 4 players on this and 4-way or get close to that. So Germany's been kind of showing signs of inconsistencies. You know, there's a lot of players that are getting random misses that you might not expect them to get. So this might be a smart pick for them. I don't know. I don't think they have a stronger roster than Germany on this map. Like, obviously, it's Germany on DT. Like,
yeah.
Does anyone have a better roster? I don't know. I mean, they're going to be bringing in some new players. Distant Waves, I think, going to be playing their first map in this match.
I'm looking at this, whether this might be the first map in the tournament for Distant Waves. I don't think they played qualifiers or round of 32. And I'm wondering, because, you know, we saw Philippines had to have a 4th to fill. Is Distant Waves that mysterious 4th they've been waiting for? I don't think they've played yet at all. I'm curious now. Tend to play a lot of Hard Rock and No Mod streams, so it's kind of fitting for this DT stamina stream map.
It's a bit of a tough situation to play for your first map.
Yeah, talk about being thrown right into the pressure cooker. Possibly pushing Germany to try and dodge a TB if they can steal this one back. But I mean, seeing Germany losing a DT pick just doesn't compute with me, so I'd be impressed if Philippines can take this, but they know what they're doing. They picked this. Neox is back in, of course. Drafted in for these stamina and stream picks. Rising back, of course. It's the usual crew.
Yeah, Neox, Rising, and Okinawa on these types of maps, I don't think you really get better than that. Already a significant ACK difference, enough for around a 20k lead for Germany with no combo breaks. I think they kind of have to bank on a break here. I don't think they're competing in accuracy. It's already extremely obvious. This gap is purely from accuracy. They've got 2 to 3% lower on average right now. I mean, Rising is still has the same. Like, that's so hard to match.
I mean, you have seen Germany have some issues consistency-wise, so it's not out of the question. This sort of map is like the most comfy map to avoid those dodgy misses, though.
Oh!
Traded misses.
Neox. Okay.
1 each. VFCs to 3. Yeah, Neox breaking is interesting, but still very close. Nathan Ram with the break. Advantage Germany now.
The lead is growing here. I mean, okay, hold on. Should about equalize. I don't think there's a significant advantage for the Philippines still, but
I think as we hand it back over now, though, slightly with Germany, not by much. But that score lead is pretty big. There's not much of the map left.
Yeah, it's still going in Germany's favor. The map is pretty much over by now. Philippines certainly gave it their all. Honestly, that was a pretty good match from everyone involved. I mean, I think Philippines showed up as massive underdogs, and they showed that they're able to play.
Yeah, great performance from the Philippines to push this quite close. A lot of the maps they dropped were pretty close. But Germany just have the ability on everything to have a little bit more on some of these. And Germany will avoid this very stern test. They'll move on in the winners bracket. Philippines will drop down, but on the basis of that, they still have a good chance to have a very good tournament and more progression, I think, because they played very well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Going to be looking forward to seeing more Philippines. Of course, that was a winner bracket match, so they're still in. And of course, the same can be said for Germany, but I think that's kind of a given. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of Germany. It's something would be wrong if we weren't going to. And so Germany will now move on to face Romania, actually, who just won against Australia earlier, which was also a banger match. Please go watch it. No spoilers. Well, I guess I just spoiled it for you, but Philippines will be going to losers and also facing Australia, I believe. So pretty tough opponents all around for all of these teams.